and something that the big pharma wants in terms of the plants that are in Africa. That's not necessarily the way to go exclusively. You have traditional people who have been using these plants for hundreds, if not thousands of years. That's an indication both of efficacy and safety. So you do not necessarily also have to go an FDA route. You can do it in terms of your own local knowledge base, so that you don't have to look outside to the United States and the FDA.
So thank you, Dr. Gandhi. So we are now at the end. We're a little over time, and I apologize for that. And I'm going to ask Dr. Wilfred Dubois to like they do, he's going to do the second line, like they do in New Orleans. He's going to lead us out.
Thank you very much, Alan. And this has been very engaging. And I know there are a number of people who will actually, like I say, for us, there are different viewpoints here, and that's really the great thing about it. Having a conference like this, different perspectives, we can all agree on one thing. One thing I really like about my friend Ahmed Zawawi, you may have heard about his presentations throughout. He always emphasizes one thing: win-win. And the win-win idea is that you want the patients to win, you want different partners who are stakeholders to also leave the room knowing that they are successful, they are winning. And I think that's something that we want to take out of this conference. I do have a request to make before all of you leave this room. I have one of the things that we've been driving is really engaging the younger generation. And we have a young lady from Germany who came all the way from Germany, and she wanted to give a talk. Okay, but because of the intense level of these presentations, we never gave her a chance. So I'd like us to give her just 5 minutes of your attention so that she can tell you what she had to share. And then after that, we're going to lead the way out of here. Okay, please give her your attention for now. Maxeline, please.
Where am I supposed to place? Okay. Thank you very much for your patience. And before I begin, I'm going to be very, very brief. And before I begin, I would like to appreciate Dr. Gua and Lydia for the opportunity they gave me. And not to waste much of your time, I just want to begin by saying that I am one of those who believe that prevention is better than cure. From the beginning of this summit, we've been hearing about cancer, radiation, mental health, and now cannabis. But to end this summit, I would just like to digress a little bit. I will not be talking about cancer or any of that. I will dwell my attention on what actually motivated me. I've been going constantly to Cameroon, where I come from, and there are some expressions I kept hearing each time I went home, and some of these expressions were like, people just collapsed and died, and when you ask them what happened, they say they don't know, and another person keeps complaining, this other sister has been having a lot of miscarriages, and you say what happened, and they don't know. In fact, I just realized at the end of it that many of them were ignorant. They had problems, but they didn't know what these problems were. So this actually motivated me, and I was like, there is something I have to do. So I decided to find out what this collapse and die thing was, and I realized that most of them were suffering from high blood pressure, but they were very ignorant of the fact that they had high blood pressure. So when somebody collapses and dies at the end, they just know that it was high blood pressure. And these miscarriages and the aspect of not being able to conceive, one of the aspects that I learned was that they had iron deficiency anemia.